Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another update on my How to Get Free Makeup series. Going back to the beginning, one of the first videos that I filmed on this series was about a site called Listia. So Listia, if you're not familiar with it, it is like a eBay, but rather than exchanging money, it's all done with points. So you can buy and sell things on Listia, but rather than using money, you just exchange points. So I prefer it to like an eBay just because it's a little bit safer. If things don't go through, it's a lot easier to get your points back rather than getting a refund. And Listia has a lot of safeguards in place. So I feel like it's a little bit safer. I've never been ripped off on Listia before. I have had to request my points back, but I have always gotten them back. Whereas I've sold things in the past on eBay and had some really bad experiences on eBay. So I prefer Listia just for that reason. I feel like it's a little bit more safe. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what the site is, how it works, and then I'm also going to update you on anything that's changed since my last video. Listia is a very complex site. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of tips and tricks, and I have filmed multiple videos on this site. I will link all of those down below in case you're interested in watching any of the other videos that I've shot about Listia in the past. But for today, I'm just going to be giving a brief overview and an update on things that have changed since my last video. So there are lots of different things being auctioned constantly on Listia. A lot of them are makeup auctions, and I have won a ton of makeup auctions in the past. It's probably like my top thing that I search for when I'm on Listia. I've also hosted a lot of makeup related auctions. Everything that is cosmetics or skincare, things like that, have to be brand new. So you cannot sell used makeup on Listia, although some people have tried, but your auction will get flagged and could be removed by Listia if you do that. If you have used makeup that you want to sell, there are other avenues for selling that, but definitely don't try to do it on Listia. But makeup auctions are not the only thing they have on there. They have all kinds of stuff. It's just like an eBay. You can find pretty much anything and everything on Listia. So a couple things about the site. Like I mentioned, you can both buy and sell on Listia. You will need to set up an account to do that, and it is free to set up an account. To sell items on Listia, you just need to list an auction. If you're using their app, it's very, very easy to use. You can take pictures right from your phone and upload those photos along with your listing. It couldn't be easier, and also they do have a website. If you're going to use the website in order to upload photos, you will have to take them on a camera and then upload them onto your computer and then attach them to the auction. So it's a little bit more difficult. I prefer using only the app right now. I used to use the website only, but everything is available now in the app, so there's really no reason to go on to the desktop site anymore unless you don't have a smartphone. So when you go into the app, this is what it looks like. It will pull up recommended auctions right away, so this is the page it takes you directly to, and you have a few different options here from this page. So if you go right down here to this little icon and click on that, this will take you to the different navigation pages that you can do. By the way, that's my profile. I'm Lisa295 in case you want to follow me on Listia. You're welcome to do that. Right here is my watch list. If I was watching any auctions, it would show up right here. I am not currently watching any auctions. And then at the bottom here, it'll tell you how many credits you currently have available. I currently have 118,000 credits. So, the different ways that you can get credits. Number one, list an auction, of course. You'll get credits for auctions that you complete. And if you're a new user, you will get your credits put in your account as soon as the buyer confirms that they received the item. And as soon as that happens, then you'll get your credits. Or if they don't confirm it within 7 days, then you automatically get your credits. Once you're a verified user and you've been had a good track record, you will get your credits immediately after the auction ends. But that takes a little bit of time to get to that point. Auctions would be the first way to get credits. If you want more information about tips and tricks on posting auctions, I did do a video on tips and tricks and I'll list that below. I'm not going to get too much into it because it can be a little bit complicated. One thing I did want to mention that has changed since my last tips and tricks video that I posted about Listia, the credits that you receive for your auctions is significantly higher than what I said in my original video. Now keep in mind it is an auction, so this is just kind of a general rule of thumb, not a every time scenario, and definitely new users are going to get less credits for their auctions until you have a proven track record that you will ship your items and that your items arrive in a good condition and all of that. People will bid less for your auctions because it's kind of a little bit of a gamble on their part. However, once you get a good track record, I would say even 5 auctions under your belt that have gone well and that you've gotten good feedback from, then you can start to expect to get a little bit more for your auctions. But it used to be, there was like a general rule that went around Listia that 1,000 credits was equal to about $1 value. So if you were listing an item that had a $10 value, you could expect to get about 10,000 credits. So that is definitely no longer the case. There is not a general rule of thumb anymore as far as I know, but I know that auctions are going for significantly more than they used to. I think that Listia has kind of increased the amount of credits that they're giving to people for like the bonuses and the other things that I'm going to talk about in a minute. So because of that, there's just more credits readily available and there's more users on Listia. So auctions. So the auctions are going for a lot more credits than they did back then. Just an example, I just recently posted an auction. I was cleaning out my kids' playroom and getting rid of some of their old dolls. I had an auction for 5 Monster High dolls. All of them were used. One of them had a broken leg and was not in very good condition. In the past, I would not expect to get more than maybe 20 to 25,000 credits for an auction like that. None of them were in their box. A couple of them were missing shoes, not in great condition. But for that auction, I actually got over 100,000 credits. So obviously, things are going for a lot more than they used to. Auctions that I used to be able to win for 10,000 credits or less are going for 50,000 credits or more. So I would say that things are going for probably 3 to 5 times more points than they used to. So it's definitely a good idea if you're going to be starting a new account with Listia. Before you start bidding on things, I would definitely suggest to start watching a lot of auctions and kind of seeing what they're trending at, see what about they're going for, and just watch it for a while until you kind of get familiar and start to try to see some patterns about, try to watch for patterns to kind of see you know, how many credits on average are the auctions that you're interested going for. So that's just kind of a general advice. It's a little bit more difficult to give like a specific standard of point value because it has increased by so much. It's a little bit difficult. I would definitely suggest also, if you're new to Listia, to try doing searches and looking for specific things that not a ton of people are looking for, because the auctions with less exposure are going to go for less points and then you're going to get more for your points, definitely, if you do that. So that's the first way of getting points, is definitely listing an auction, of course. The second way to get points is by referrals, which is very easy to do. Talk to your friends and family, let people know about Listia, and you have a referral link that you can send to them. If they sign up underneath your referral link, you will get points for your referral. I believe the referral points is 1,000. credits for each referral. Okay, so another way to get credits. I'm gonna go back to the app so I can show you. On this same page that I showed you before, if you click on this Get Credits link, it gives you all these different options. The first one there is to list an auction, which of course I already spoke about. The second one is to actually buy credits, which I would never suggest to do unless you really truly want something on there and you feel like it's a good value. But from what I've seen, what you actually have to pay for credits compared to how many credits it takes to win an auction, it's not worth the money. You should just go to the store and buy whatever item it is that you're looking for and you'll spend less money. So I would not suggest to do that one. The next one down is view special offers. So we're actually going to click on that and it pulls up a whole bunch of different deals that you can go to. So a lot of these are like surveys or they're offers where you have to buy something to get the credits. So sometimes it might not be worth going through here, but sometimes it is. So I would say it would be a good idea to kind of test it out, go through here, try some of the surveys to see if you can get points. I've felt like in the past it takes a lot of time to do the surveys and you're getting very little credits for them, so it hasn't been worth my time. But if you have the time to do it and you want the credits, I would definitely look through here and see if there's anything available. And then there's also, other than the surveys, if you go to trial pay offers, it will pull up a bunch of offers. Let me just show you some for example. This one right here is okay, so I don't know if you're going to get to see this very well. It's not focusing on there. But this one right here is if you sign up for a fantasy football through Yahoo, you get 3,200 in credit. 3,200 credits. So all you have to do is sign up through Yahoo for fantasy football and you get those credits. There's also Disney Movie Club. If you sign up for the Disney Movie Club, you get 64,000 credits just for signing up. So there's a lot of really great ways to get free credits in here. Sign up for Taco Bell sweepstakes, you get 3,000 credits. Gamefly, if you sign up for video game rentals, you get 57,000 credits. So some of these cost money, and definitely be cautious of what you're signing up for. Don't sign up for anything that you're not really interested in, but if it's something that you were going to sign up for anyways, like in the past I've signed up for the Disney Movie Club, but I wanted to sign up for the Disney Movie Club and I was able to get a whole bunch of credits for going through this app. So be cautious, but you can get a lot of free credits just by scrolling through here. There's a lot of free offers that actually don't require any purchase. They just require registering or signing up for their emails or whatever it is. So definitely look at this because there are some really great ways to get some free points in here as well. Okay, so that's kind of the basics for getting credits. As far as spending the credits, I kind of touched on that a little bit. If you're new to the site, I would definitely say to watch it for a while. Look at a lot of auctions, click on those watch buttons, watch a lot of auctions, and just kind of see how things go. Don't bid on anything that you do not want to win. I cannot tell you how many new users have bid on my auctions and then afterwards are like, oh, cancel my bid, I don't really want to win it. Well, unfortunately, that is not possible. The seller does not have an option of canceling a bid from someone who bid on your auction. So if you win that auction, you will lose your credit. So it's not the seller's fault that you decided to click the bid button and had some buyer's remorse. So please, please make sure that you're reading the descriptions on auctions. There are a lot of auctions that are tiered auctions where you'll see a ton of product in the picture, but it's going for a very low amount of credits. Don't just bid right away. Make sure that you're reading the description because it may be that you are only getting 1 or 2 items from that auction and the rest are if you get up to a certain credit point. So make sure you're reading those details. Don't bid before you know that you want to win the auction. Those are my biggest advice for winning auctions or for bidding on auctions for new users. Also, very important, make sure that you're looking to see if it has free shipping. A lot of auctions don't have free shipping, so the buyer will be required to pay the seller for shipping if you win. So make sure that you read that description very carefully before placing a bid. You will lose your points if you bid on something and then decide you don't want it. You're gonna lose your points. So just be careful not to do that. So the main thing that really has changed on Listia is there's a lot more users. So auctions are going for a lot more points, which can be good, can be bad. If you're posting a lot of auctions, you're gonna get more credits for your auctions. So that's a very good thing, but it is a little bit difficult to find auctions that are going for a reasonable amount of credits. Kind of evens out in the end. If you're posting auctions and getting more credits, then you have those extra credits to spend on the auctions. Other than that, I don't think the site has really changed that much. I'm not using it as frequently as I used to, although I do still post auctions very randomly. Like I just mentioned, I just did one for Monster High Dolls like a month ago. But I don't list auctions as often just because I just don't have the time for it. And I'm using some other sites more than I'm using that one. And I think that's all I wanted to say about Listia. If you have any other questions, leave them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you're interested in watching those other videos, again, the links will be in the description box for you guys so that you can watch those. And what else? Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.